Hi everybody, I'm David McIntosh and you are at the AtGames suite here at E3. We're introducing you to the Legends Ultimate Arcade.
Absolutely.
So over here we have 350 games pre-programmed into the unit. There's 4 pillars to this unit and why it's going to be successful. First are the built-in games, 350 built-in library. You can select through them very straightforward. Some of your favorite titles are found on this cabinet, in addition to a variety of different options through console, through traditional arcade games, and that kind of transitions into our next piece. So ArcadeNet, it's actually a system and a database of video games provided by AtGames. So they have a cloud server where they have a bunch of different games. It's ADS, which is AtGames Digital Service, and this is where they hub all their games. You'll be able to access these games on a pay-per-game or a subscription base where you can utilize their library, and it'll offer you a variety of different titles. It'll cycle through, whether that's monthly, weekly, bi-weekly, to be determined, and you can also buy and or trade in games at this option. The third is bring your own game. So this is very unique. It's cross-platform and it allows you to take games from your PC onto your arcade. So we're looking at our Steam library, we're looking at Epic Games, things like Fortnite, Blizzard, World of Warcraft. It's Bluetooth compatible, so you can connect your keyboard, your mouse, and you can still play all those games, or you can try and figure a way to map it out on this current arcade setup here. And fourth, last but certainly not least, if you played any of their previous games, their Boom or their Blast, you can stick an HDMI cable right into the control panel itself, and it allows you to upload the preset games on that device. So if you have a Pac-Man plug and play with 80 preloaded games, you plug it in, boom, automatically mapped out to the control panel you have here, and you can play the games instantly on this device. No Wi-Fi required for that.
Go ahead and get a few questions out of the way. Can you tell me how much approximately does this unit weigh?
It weighs about 90 pounds.
90 pounds, okay, so it's something that mom and dad can easily move around.
Yes, 2 people could definitely move this around.
Okay, perfect. And what's the assembly process look like once you get this home from the store?
So it's going to come in a box about this tall. It'll be just the monitor that's pre-built, and then the side panels, the monitor and the control panel itself, they're all connected, they're already pre-built, no cords, no nothing required. And then you just kind of lay it down on its side, drill it into the side panels, and it's a 10-minute assembly. Very easy, very straightforward.
Wow, that's very quick. Are there any add-on capabilities or special controller games like racing wheels or flight sticks you could add to this?
Yes, so through Bluetooth, you'll be able to connect to the system, whether it's a light gun, or even a USB in this case. So yes, any accessory that would be compatible with USB or Bluetooth will be able to connect to this device.
And as far as the quality of the controls, can you speak to these? Are we looking at just generic controls, or are these name brands?
So these aren't name brand in particular, however they are comparable. So I know you got a chance to play on some of these. The joystick's very responsive, the buttons are nice and high quality, the trackball is very nice, free-flowing, and these spinners, they may look very familiar to our community online. They spin very freely as well, and there's no resistance there.
Absolutely. And as far as the brain power running this machine, is it something similar to a PC?
Yeah, so it's proprietary hardware, and in cases where we're going to the bring your own game, it's connecting to a server, which is then running the games and displaying it on this unit. So for the arcade games, it's proprietary hardware running emulation, ROMs, etc. And then for the bring your own games, we're going off the unit into a server cloud, which is then running the games onto the unit, if that makes sense.
And then as far as the Wi-Fi capabilities, will this allow things like firmware updates? And you mentioned a rental service for
exactly, yeah. So on the ArcadeNet, through the Wi-Fi, you're going to be able to rent games, but also through the Wi-Fi itself in the settings, you can check version, and it'll show you the if you're on the latest software or not. So you can run an update. Just trying to figure this out here. Select. But yeah, it's because the system's up to date. It won't update, but it will check for the latest update. And yes, you can update the system itself.
And as far as Wi-Fi connectability, it looks like the standard map it to your router.
Exactly, yeah.
Pretty painless?
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward.
And as far as the online play, will there be online scorekeeping and leaderboards and that?
Exactly, yeah. So you'll be able to play like local area networks online. So the person doesn't necessarily have to be beside you to play two-player competitive, whereas on a traditional arcade you would be. And sorry, what was the second part to that question?
Will there be online scorekeeping? And
exactly,
leaderboards?
yeah. So then the bridge to that is also not just competitive play, but also high score and scorekeeping.
Okay, perfect.
And then as far as the retail price on these, are there two different options?
For this particular model, it's going to be MSRP of $599.
Okay, and then there's a smaller version that's possibly coming?
We have yet to announce that.
Okay, so on this particular model, the retail price is
$599.
Okay, perfect. And then estimated release time and
It'll
availability?
be before holiday this year.
Holiday this year. Major
That's right.
retailers?
Keep your eye out. You never know. Big announcements coming soon.
And then there's potentiality that it may be sold online as well?
That's always an option.